Is there really life after death? I want to make something clear to you. The Bible says in the book of Genesis, the first book of the Old Testament in the Bible, out of all 66 books in the Bible, the very first book, at the very beginning of the first book in Genesis, we read that God made us, mankind, women, men. A big part of that is that God exists forever. God had no beginning. He's always been and always will be. We do have a beginning. It's called birth. But the idea is being made in the image of God means we will go on. The real you, the real me, the soul, the spirit inside of us will continue for all eternity. The only question is where it will go on. That's why God gave his son, Jesus. So Jesus would die on the cross to pay for the wrong we've done against a holy, loving God, so we could be forgiven by believing in Jesus, and we could be assured of heaven. We don't deserve heaven. We don't earn heaven. Jesus talked about heaven often. Jesus had a dear friend by the name of Lazarus who died. Jesus stood at the tomb of Lazarus, and he said this in John chapter 11, "I am the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me will live even if they die, and everyone who lives and believes in me will never die." Now, that doesn't mean that we don't someday here on earth, we will physically die, but Jesus is talking about eternal death in hell, and he's saying you can have a life forever in heaven, spiritual life forever. Remember, when Jesus rose from the dead, he still looked like Jesus, but he had a glorified body. That's what we'll have. In heaven, we're going to live forever in perfect bodies with the Lord. And Jesus assures that of us in his word, the Bible. You can be sure of it when you've accepted Jesus into your life by faith.